Evi, it's a pleasure to have you on Inside Albania, albeit virtually. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Let's get into things. One of the big headlines over the last couple of weeks, which has made headlines around the entire world, not just in Albania, is the government's plan to establish a Bektashi mini-state inside Albania. Similar to the Vatican, we've been told. And I'm just wondering, what is your thought on this? Like, what do you think is behind this idea?
Well, I don't know what's behind it, but I know that whatever the reason is absolutely not okay, because number one is completely unconstitutional. Evi Rama knows this, Albania knows this, Baba Mondi knows this, and I'm really, I'm going to say that I'm a little upset about this, because the Bektashi was the kind of the Muslim religion that I really liked in Albania, which is much softer. You don't see radical Islam within the Bektashi. They have a completely different view, and it's an excellent way maybe to spread love in between the religion all over the world. But at this moment, Evi Rama and Baba Mondi together, in my opinion, they are absolutely using this religion that has been forever very peaceful, and it's very difficult to say what is the reason behind it, but we know that it does not help Albania. And if you want, I can go a little bit deeper and say why it's not going to help Albania.
Yeah, please do.
Yes. So first of all, I want to say that my first contact with the Bektashi sect was with Baba Elitoni, which is the Baba here in Detroit, in America. He is from Vlora. He's a sweetheart. I had a meeting with him in 2020 when we were campaigning for Trump, and we were trying to bring Albanians for Trump together, especially in Michigan. And I was mesmerized by his wisdom and the way he was approaching religion and politics and everything together. So I was very, very proud, to be honest with you. And keep in mind that, Albania came out of 45 years of communist regime in which you couldn't have a Bible. You could go in prison for having a Bible, or you could go in prison for just praying to Allah or whatever you pray, whoever you pray to. So it was very important for us to have the Bektashi sect within us, because it was so peaceful. And this is the reason why you see in Albania this harmony between the Orthodox and Catholics and the Bektashis and the imams, and they are always together, and the rabbi, which is actually, he is the same rabbi from Greece. He is also in Albania, but it was excellent, it was beautiful. For you to come now and decide that you want to make Albania the center in which it is identical as having Vatican in Rome to represent the Bektashis all over the world, is putting Albania now on the map as a Islamic country. And I don't care what the Albanians say. I've been attacked by speaking up about this because they think that I hate Muslims, which I don't at all. And my family was converted to Muslim. The Kokalaris were converted to Muslim, and they were Catholics before that. They came from North. And I am a converted, fully baptized Catholic, actually, as a matter of fact. But every Albanian that has common sense know that the Ottoman regime, and with their religion, has done a lot of damage to Albania. And when the system changed, Sali Berisha made Albania part of some Islamic association with the Middle East and so on. We do not belong to the Middle East.
No.
We belong to the West. We are the bridge between the West and the East. And we were those that stopped Islam from spreading in Europe. We were the ones that stopped Ottoman regime from going to Italy and spreading in Europe. This is our past, and everybody keeps like they want to hide it. We've been for 1500 1500, 1600, 1700 years, we were Catholics and Orthodox. How did we become all of a sudden Muslim? And we're being identified as with Islam. And I have a major issue with this, especially, and this is not about the Bektashi, especially with the religion that you find in Kosovo. And there is certain elements that are being radicalized in Kosovo, and everybody needs to speak up about this. These are people that somehow they are pro-Trump, which I don't get their mentality, to be honest with you, but they are pro-Trump, and then they start fighting the history about George Kastrioti. Why? Because it's not in their interest, because George Kastrioti identifies with protecting Christianity, and he was famous for that all over Europe, not just in Albania. So now you have the Serbs trying to claim that George Kastrioti's mother is Serb, and the radical elements of Islam in Kosovo and maybe in Albania too now are saying, oh, yeah, George Kastrioti is Serb. So I see such a danger on the whole thing that, I mean, it's beyond me. And bringing now the Bektashis, regardless how peaceful they are, bringing and making Albania the center of independence, other than the fact that it's against the constitution, making it as Islamic, it's going to hurt us so much, and it's going to hurt us for the next 100 years, because while some of us are trying to pull Albania away from being identified as an Islamic state, okay, or majorly Muslims, Eddie Rama is doing the opposite. And honestly, if Eddie Rama is, I think he's Orthodox or whatever he is, there are some major question marks. It can be the fact that he just wanted to attract attention and make a big deal and have some attention on himself. Maybe, whatever the reason is, it's extremely dangerous. It's dangerous for the Albanians. And this is why we have seen such a major pushback, even from the Babas that are, you know, the same sect all over the world.
I think
I'm talking about Albanian Babas also.
When we talk about the European Union as well, I know from speaking to people in Brussels that there has been sort of hesitance. Oh, do we want to admit a Muslim majority country to the European Union, even though it's not? It's perceived as such, you know, and there is hesitance around Albania and Bosnia and Herzegovina and Kosovo in this respect. And I do worry, even though, you know, technically it's going to be a separate entity or whatever, I do worry that this will fuel those fears which are not founded, in my view, in Europe, and could hamper Albania's European path as well.
100%. So the bottom line is we're going to be identified for sure as a Muslim country. And we should stay away from it. And I say this with major respect for a lot of my Albanian Muslim friends that are religious, that practice, and they pray to Allah. God bless them. But we need to focus what's good for the country. And one more thing I want to say in here, and I've said this before, and I get attacked. And again, I don't care. I'm so used to getting attacked, like I really don't care. Ibrahim Rugova, major figure in Kosovo's history, converted to Christianity before he died. Faik Konica, one of the strongest figures. He was the Albanian diplomat, maybe the first Albanian diplomat in DC, I'm not sure, but one of the first ones, converted. And Faik Konica, just the name, Faik, he was a Muslim, converted to Christianity before he died. Both of them, there's a reason you convert to Christianity. There's a reason that you have such a position, such a platform, and you do it because you're giving a message to your people also. Why didn't they do it way before they died? Maybe they weren't ready to deal with the attacks that was going to come, the way that is happening with me. But whatever I say publicly and out loud, I know a lot of people agree with me, because a lot of people want to see Albania go towards in European community as a Western country.